Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations, and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
You have a staff that comes to your home. They tell you what to do. They walk you through it. It's been my experience that what I thought I should get for my home, I got much more for it.
Visit our website at parksauction.com.
Hi there, Parks Auction, 896-4600. Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
Sold it to you.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Welcome back to Oakland High School. We're about ready for the first pitch here. Mac Bolden getting his warm-up tosses in for Blackman. And beautiful, beautiful day. We are expecting some wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour at times, which is not anything different than what we had yesterday, I guess. And maybe just a tad warmer today. Winds may be coming from the south. I'm not sure.
Well, I know here at Oakland it's blowing straight out because the flag is actually hung up in the tree behind center field wall at 375 mark. But if you look over at the middle school, it's definitely blowing out. So we'll see if that affects it. Sure did yesterday in the softball game we did early over at Starplex.
Yeah, I thought that had a lot to do with the game and the way it was played in a 15 to 12 win for Green Hill.
15-12 loss, and then Stewart's Creek comes back and wins 15-5 to get to today, and they're beating Dixon County 5-0 right now. So they are putting up some runs.
Well, we've got getting ready to step in here is Warren East, and here to take you there is Brian Barrett.
All right, John, Mr. East, center fielder, steps in. And the first pitch, this one's in the dirt. Underway here, Mr. Beveridge on the mound. It's 1-0. Underway here at, straight up 9 or 10 o'clock. Adam's second pitch sails low, and it is 2-0. Andrew Munson, who is today's designated hitter. He had a tough loss yesterday.
Bolden struggling a little bit with control here early, down 3-0.
Yeah, it's Beveridge catching, and there's the strike in there. Mac Bolding. And another one on the way. Shot to third. Colon up with it and throws it across for out number one.
That was a great play. That was a real shot. It was not as easy as he made it look.
The catcher, number 2, Parker Free.
Colon made it look very, very easy over there. Brings up Parker Free, the Oak Ridge catcher. This one in front of the plate as well. First trip back to spring fling for Blackman since 2017, and the third in school history. The pitch right down the middle. Here's Cologne again. Right in front of the plate, or right in front of the bag, and Laban making the grab for out number 2.
Good play there by Laban on the other end, and made sure went down on his about his knee and caught it with 2 hands, really.
Bounced a few feet right in front of the bag. See if Kenny Cologne can tie a stat that has been tied many times, make all 3 outs here in the inning. Breaking pitch that is just a bit inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Mikey Teasley, the batter. Got that one in there. I think Mikey really liked that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oak Ridge making back-to-back appearances. Slapped foul over into the Blackman dugout. Nice snag.
Well, what a catch. That was barehanded.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Sun-drenched morning. Going to be a great day for spring sports. Lofted over shortstop's head and coming in to make a great catch is Wilcox out there in left. Had to really cover some real estate out there, and he did. So Oak Ridge puts the ball in play, but they are set down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score, and Blackman coming up to bat on Spring Fling coverage of State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
Whether you have a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply has premium feeds and dog foods you can't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Plus, every Saturday morning they have a local producer-only farmers market with fresh vegetables, beef, pork, and more.
Customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
Renters, when you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and Renters Insurance to help you save. Call me at 615-900-0877.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors that you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. Let me save you money and time.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS and Big GTV. Brought to you in part by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, and Middle Tennessee Christian School.
2009, 2017, and now 2025 for the Blackman Blaze here in Spring Fling. Mr. Guess Who was pitching back in 2009. Named the field after him. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. 5-0 Stewart's Creek, top of the 5th inning. They are playing Dixon County in a must-win game. This is a must-win game for the Blackman Blaze to continue their season. And in state tournament history, they are 2-5. Rutherford County has 2 of the 8 Elite 8 teams. Siegel playing over in the Siegel bracket. They won last night in a game we had for you. They will play at 12:30 today versus Farragut. If you win, you're in the bracket championship. If you don't, you've got to come through the losers bracket to get there. So some of those games will be tomorrow. Jacob Adamson, second baseman, stands in and takes a ball high, according to the umpire. 1-0, got right there on the outer half. The brackets from TSSAA still say TBD for the championship games, by the way. Well inside on the pitch, 2-1. There are many factors for that, from what I understand. 2 balls, 1 strike, high and outside. One of the reasons is there are like 3 or 4 graduations at the Murphy Center that day, so traffic is going to be a nightmare. 3 balls, 1 strike, fouled away into the Blackman dugout to take it full. Another is some of the teams, some of the very teams that could be participating in that
championship are graduating that day. The 3-2 payoff pitch is outside, and it is a leadoff walk for Adamson. Nice battle there.
Third baseman, number 21,
Kenny Cologne is your batter now. You know what I think Kenny should do? He should
what, Brian?
Get into the fragrance business.
Oh,
a little Kenny Cologne. He could sell it, be the spokesperson.
You his agent?
For baseball players only. Took a strike on the outside corner.
No, he held his swing. They checked it down there.
Okay. On the appeal. That's going to make these saucy Oak Ridge fans happy. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, outside. And Camden Welch is a little bit frustrated.
Everything's up right now.
Takes a stroll off the back of the mound and now ready to come set. Adamson at first now, back into the screen here. I was over waiting to get the Oak Ridge lineup, and one of the Oak Ridge fans was talking to the kids, and one of the guys said, you know, that was about the best umpired game that we've had all season long. And you would have thought you kicked that fan's dog. He went bananas. 2-1. Outside again. And he had to say, I can't remember the guy's name, but he knew the kid knew the guy. He said, I was just kidding. It was an interesting conversation to overhear. 3-1 outside, and he's walked 2 batters here to start the game. I like the way this is going here.
Again, everything is up.
And that's going to bring some conversation here, it looks like. John, as we've seen in these spring fling games, you know, it's the first start for Welch. And, you know, you got a little nerves going. I know that they've played as a team. They've played a tournament game. But then there's also a lot of pressure on this game because you know that your season is on the line. So the point about all of that is if you can get some runs early, and that's what Blackman is hoping to do with a runner in scoring position now.
Which is what Siegel did last night, which helped tremendously.
Yes, it did.
Just announced that the state championship game will be held here at 11 o'clock Saturday.
Okay.
So your theory, I think, is going to come to fruition.
Little breaking news. Still not even on the bracket yet, so that's breaking news. Fouled back.
Well, if it's wrong, blame Kevin Wright.
I'm sure he would know. And I heard that that was a very, very likely scenario.
Thinking all the games will be played at the same time?
I do. There's another factor I haven't mentioned. Strike in there to Munson. And it's now 2-0. Missed the first pitch. There's also a chance of rain in the forecast, I think. 40-50% chance, and I think they want to make sure they get it in. Outside.
And I think it comes in late. I mean, you know, later in the day.
Right. Well, you've got 4 baseball games that were scheduled at MTSU, and the last one wouldn't start until 7 p.m. Then you're dealing with all that traffic. Fouled at the plate.
I think it's a great idea. I know the kids want to play at MTSU, but
the problem that it poses for someone like us, let's say Blackman or Siegel get to the championship game and Eagles in the championship game at the same time, you know.
Right.
The chances of someone having that are really low. That's a very selfish way to look at it, but 1 ball, 2 strikes, fouled back.
We're kind of selfish.
Well,
you are. I mean,
unfortunately, we had to make a choice last year. Both the softball 4A championship was at the same time as the 1A baseball championship. They are going to play the softball at MTSU on Friday. They'll be ready for that tomorrow. 1-2, swing and a miss, and Munson goes down. Conversation must have worked there. It's hard for me to believe that we did our first games in softball yesterday and they're playing the bracket championships this evening and championship game tomorrow. It's just wild. Here's your batter, Adam Beveridge. Catcher. I've got a career path for him too.
I can't wait to hear it.
The 1-0. Fouled back. Adams Energy Drink. A refreshing beverage. What do you think?
I think I'm going to the stands to watch the rest of this game is what I think.
1 ball, 1 strike. Shot deep in the hole. Second baseman going to loft it to first, but it is going to advance the runners. So Beveridge sent it the other way and gets Adamson to third and Colon to second.
Well, Reniger did a really good job of getting to that ball. That had some seeing eyes. It looked like it was going to go through, but he took care of business.
Daffy Normant is the batter here.
Go ahead.
Right-handed batter.
What about him? What are you going to, Daffy?
CEO of Walt Disney. Pitch strike called on the inner half. You didn't think I was ready for that one, did you?
No, I did.
No.
I just decided to go ahead and get it
out of the way.
With. Yeah.
0-1. Just missed on the outer half, and to the pleasure of the Oak Ridge Wildcat fans. Sign from Free. Now the pitch from Welch. Same spot, same result. 2-1. Base hit over the right side. Daffy will be a big boost to the Blaze. Pitch, swing and a miss. He was going after it over there. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Brad Frazier, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze. Pitch, swing and a miss. And after back-to-back walks, Oak Ridge comes back with a strikeout, a ground out, and a strikeout to end the Blackman threat here in the first. We have completed one, and it's Oak Ridge and Blackman tied at 0-0. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name. But there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
Market declines, unemployment, oil prices. Don't let headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin. I'll work with you to help you understand the impact of short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a disciplined approach to investing. Call 615-907-7056 for an opportunity to discuss your situation. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game tonight brought to you by, or today, good neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700.
John, single A baseball will be at MTCS, 2A at Riverdale, and 3A will be, it's still TBD, 4A here. Batter is Camden Welch, the pitcher for Oak Ridge, 11 o'clock on Saturday. Here's a pitch on the way, fouled back up into the screen.
Well,
John,
we really did have breaking news.
Yep.
Kevin Wright beat me by 30 seconds.
Division II is going to play at middle. Strike in there for Mac Bolding. Division II plays theirs tomorrow. Pitch misses outside, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I bet you 3A is at Siegel, and it is. just posted. Pitch sails low now. It's capacity and field dimensions, things of that nature, that they look at those things. Payoff pitch on the way. Fouled at the plate.
Well, if you're a fan, you just have to make a choice. If it's one of your teams in there, you've got two teams in there.
I know Murph's not happy. He's still grumbling about it. 3-2, swing and a miss. Nice first batter face there by Mike Bolding. Gets the strikeout, first one of the game. And Peyton Whitaker, or Witter. Is it Witter?
Witter.
Yeah, Witter. But he's a funny guy. First pitch to him. To Cologne. On the hop now, throws straight across to Levan for out number 2. Boy, I tell you, Kenny has been busy over there in the corner. Hot shot corner today. And Richie Ferreira is the right fielder and the 6th batter in the lineup here. Ferreira. Ferreira. First pitch is on the way, high and outside. Couldn't ask for better weather and temperatures for sure. 69 right now. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Let the dogs out this morning, and it was like, I may need some long pants. Not the case. Swing and a miss. Whipped a fastball by him.
Did you not look at your own forecast today?
Well, you know, sometimes when you just step out there. Strike 3. And that is the inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to third, and down go the Oak Ridge Wildcats. 1-2-3 here in the second inning. Let's move to the bottom of the second. See what the Blackman Blaze can do with LeBan Wilcox and Jonah Brown coming up on State Farm Prep Sports.
True Blue Raider fans don't settle for just any gear. They shop at Raider Tees, specializing in Middle Tennessee apparel and accessories. No distractions, just pure Blue Raider pride. From t-shirts and hoodies to decals, stadium chairs, and exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. We've got it all. Stop by 111 East MTCS Road right across from MTCS and gear up today. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Check out wgnssports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's wgnssports.com.
It's Brian and John here with you, and if you're thinking, gosh, I really want to know what those guys are going to do the rest of the day, I have no clue yet. There's no way to get anywhere that's got a 12:30 game and get set up, get lineups, and go by that time. First pitch is a strike to Austin. Austin LeBan, Wilcox, and Brown, your first 3 for the Blackman Blaze. Scoreless here in this one. He offered it that on the outer half. Right now, after a Samaya Sandifer 2-run blast, Stewart's Creek leads 7-0 over Dixon County. That means they'll turn around at 11 o'clock and play Green Hill and have to win that game.
That's going to be the clutch one. That's going to be the one that determines, I think, their future.
If they win that game, they'll play in a winner-take-all. Swung on, line drive into left field, and it's hooking away from the left fielder Fagan, and is going to drop for the first hit of the ball game. And for the second time in as many innings, Blackman has the leadoff man aboard. So, yeah, they have to – they're playing now at 9. They play at 11 versus Green Hill. If they beat Green Hill, they'll play at 2 o'clock. And that would be a game that we would do. But a lot of ifs. Pitch is high, and umpire hearing about it, and they appeal, and the strike holds up, or the call reversed. Well, that's twice. That's going to be fuel for the fodder of the Oak Ridge fans. 0-1, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball outside. There is also, if you win this game, you play at 5 o'clock. Pitch. Took a strike. If Blackman wins this game. If Siegel loses at 12:30, they would play at 5. Otherwise, they play tomorrow. Same for Eagleville. They've got a game at 12:30. Win, they play tomorrow. Lose, they play at 5 tonight. So those are the scenarios we're working with. Pitch high.
What will we do?
Lots of choices. And, you know, with games going on now or at 12:30. But the only mid-afternoon option is for Stewart's Creek, fouled back into the screen, is for Stewart's Creek to force the if game, and that's what we're hoping for. And then we are going to brave the elements. I've got the 50 SPF, John, ready to go.
What?
Sunscreen. We'll be at McKnight. Will Cox, the third strikeout victim for Camden Welch. Jonah Brown, the batter, steps in and takes a strike on the outside corner. Nothing in one coming up. Here it is. About the same place. Jonah took another one. LeBan leading off with a single, the strikeout, one away here, and the 0-2 pitch. A little outside. Boy, Oak Ridge would have won every game had a fan been behind the plate, right? Low. Good eyes there by Brown. Battle back from in the hole, now count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Upstairs again, and now the count goes full. 3 straight balls thrown. Wind is blowing straight out at the ballpark here, by the way. The 3-2 outside. Oh, that was a nice piece of batting there by Jonah Brown. Third walk. Third walk in 8 batters, John, and I think I would take that, but you need to take advantage of it.
Left 2 on in the first. Got 2 on here.
First and second with just 1 away. It's Mitchell Cunningham, the 9-hole hitter here. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Sunglasses out for everybody. Just a few cotton ball clouds out there. Ooh, right in the face mask of the catcher. That's why you wear that. It's 0-2 to Mitchell Cunningham. That was tipped. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cunningham retired, and that puts 2 away on the board. It's going to be up to Jacob Adamson in the top of the order here. We're in the bottom of the second with 2 away. No score in this spring fling elimination game. The pitch. Swung on, fouled. We just learned minutes ago that Oakland will be the site of the Class 4A state title game on Saturday at 11. All of that is because the whole tournament baseball was pushed back a day. Swing and a miss. Got him with a ball that dropped off the outside corner of the plate there. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Took it, and it's strike 3 call. Well, Welch worked around some trouble there in that inning. Got 3 strikeouts. There was a single and a walk in there, so that means 2 were left on. We have completed 2 innings of play, and it's Oak Ridge and Blackman all tied up here in the Class 4A Spring Fling Baseball Tournament on State Farm Prep Sports.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Try them now.
You heard him. We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stuff for it! Drive like the wind, Debbie. Enjoy delicious new Crazy Puffs on the go for just $3.99. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you by Sir Pizza, sponsor of our Game Coaches Show podcast. Find them at wgnssports.com or wherever you listen to audio. That's Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church, and Memorial. A lot of people have their druthers of Sir Pizzas. My sister will only go to East Main.
Really? Yeah.
The pitch.
Well, it's in for a strike 2. Noah Wood. It's Noah Wood, Cy Stevens, and Whit Reniger. Bottom of the order here. Chased one outside for a swinging strike. Well, East Main is dandy. This one sails low. And I think it's the seasoned brick oven. It's been there forever.
That's a good way to put it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and hit him in the shoulder. So the first base runner for Oak Ridge is aboard here in the 3rd on a hit by pitch. But, John, I have to say Memorial.
Because it's a salad bar?
They do. They are
you just,
like 1.2 miles away.
You just say that because it's on the north side of town. That's
well, no, it's. I mean, the best Sir Pizza is the one most convenient to you, right?
Yeah, then I like the one on Barfield.
Of course. So runner on for the first time, and Cy Stevens, the DH, is the batter. Curveball sails a little inside.
I think that's last night's umpire, isn't it?
I can't tell.
I believe it is.
We're further away. Stevens takes the second pitch outside. Stevens has got the RuCo Suave look. Top button unbuttoned there on the jersey.
The what? The
RuCo Suave. Show a little skin. Outside for a ball. Bowling in the hole here now, 3-0. You don't want to follow a hit batter by a walk. So we'll see if Cy takes one here. He does, and it's a ball low. So a hit batter and now a walk, and some trouble brewing for the Blackman Blaze.
He had retired 6 in a row, and now first 2 men here in the 3rd, or the 3rd have reached. Yeah, 3rd. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well, that does mean that we're going to get back to the top of the order, 2. So Whit Reniger is the 9-hole hitter. Shows bunt, and it is fouled down the 3rd base side. So he kind of showed his cards here a little bit. In going to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4 runs for Dixon County in the top of the 6th. It's 7-4. Stewart's Creek leading Dixon County. So that game's getting a little tighter. It's a must-win for the Creek. 0-1. Fouled this one at the plate. Popped up instead of popping down there on Reniger. And now Beveridge says, you know what? We're going to try a new baseball here, ump. Maybe have a little better luck. Runners at first and second for the Wildcats of Oak Ridge. And the pitch. Just got a piece of that one too, and he is going to be retired.
Third strikeout for Bolding.
It is 3, isn't it? I've got my numbers wrong. 3 strikeouts for him and 1 away. That helps. Takes us to the top of the order in Warren East. Oak Ridge. They have a nickname, you know. The pitch. And it's going to be fair down the third base side. Yes. And it's going to roll all the way to the bullpen, and that's going to score a run. Standing in at second with an RBI double is Warren East. And it is 1-0 Oak Ridge. Now, Coach Brad Frazier is coming out, and it was very close to whether it was fair or foul. So that's going to be what has to be determined here, but I would highly doubt that this is going to be turned over.
Depends on where over the bag or what. I don't really think there's much argument there.
Not a whole lot. So Wood wound up coming in for the first run of the game. And all the way to third is Cy Stevens. And so the hit, batter, and walk certainly has hurt now. First hit of the game was a big one for the Wildcats. And the batter Free, Parker Free, back to their nickname, Oak Ridge, or the city. It's called the Atomic City. Birthplace of the atom bomb. What great things to be known for. Breaking pitch is going to be fouled away. Dalton wants Murfreesboro to be named the Bucket City.
The Bucket City? Why?
Yeah. Because we are home to the world's largest cedar bucket. That kind of has a cool name to it, doesn't it? Bucket City?
Well,
1-1. Swung on and missed.
Kind of sounds. What's the word I'm looking for?
At least we're not known for an atomic bomb.
Bucket?
Bucket, the Cedar Bucket. Cedar Bucket City, too, would work. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This pitch in the dirt.
I thought we were the University City.
Well,
after MTSU.
I think that was a little slogan given in radio DJ days.
Oh.
We are the geographic center of the state, so how would you do that?
Center City.
2-2. Well inside. Central City, Central Bucket City. We can get it all in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Parker Free. And the pitch on the way. Hard hit to second. Up with it, throw over to first, but another run is in, and it is 2-0.
Hit it right at the right spot, get it to that right side, nothing they could do. Another run scores.
So give an RBI as well to Mr. Free.
So again, those walks and hit batters come back to haunt you.
Yes.
They both score.
Blackman has not been able to take advantage, especially in the first inning of the back-to-back walks to start the game. But Oak Ridge has here now, and it's 2-0. 2 runs on 1 hit. Ooh. Breaking pitch got away from him there. Mikey Teasley, the batter. That got Mikey flying out of the batter's box. But he gives a thumbs up to Mac Bolding.
says, I see you, dude. East is at third now for Oak Ridge. This one in the dirt. Bolding struggling a little bit, and he wants a new baseball. So that baseball didn't work either. All right, Mac, just spit on it, it'll be all right. 2 balls, no strikes to Mikey Teasley. The pitch on the way. Outside. And it's a 3-0 count. Oak Ridge has already taken a 2-0 lead here. This one fastball, but it's going to be popped up. But it is trouble. Shallow outfield. And it's actually the shortstop, Cunningham, who flies under it to make the out. Right there behind the second base bag. And that's going to end the inning. But not before Oak Ridge gets 2 runs on just 1 hit. A walk, a hit batter, and 1 left stranded. Well, it's time to go get some runs for the Blackman Blaze as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Your new score, Oak Ridge 2, Blackman nothing. Spring Fling Baseball Class 4A coverage on State Farm Prep Sports.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Folks, I can't tell you how much fun it is to be here side by side with Brian Barrett, like almost a marathon hours. It's interesting. Game today brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, located in Smyrna at 199 Eden Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. That's State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 615-459-2683. I can't wait until you don't have play-by-play to do. You'll be a riot.
A riot?
The jokes that are just coming out of your mouth during between games, between innings. It's amazing.
Well, this is no joking matter. The Blaze need to get some runs here, trailing 2-0, and Welch with a fastball that's in into deep center field, and it's East who camps under it. Kenny Colon got a hold of that one, but not enough to get it out over the 375.
It's really perfect weather to play ball out here. You've got some clouds a little bit to help out a little bit on the sun.
I know.
Wind really hasn't been a factor.
It hasn't. It's not blowing as hard as it was yesterday. Munson is your batter here. And it's a ball outside to Mr. Munson. Left-handed batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That one dropped off right as it came to the plate.
If we hadn't had the rainout game or the rainout day, we might have been able to get a few more games in too.
Yes.
It's just that's been the problem. Too many people playing at the same time or close to it.
Well, and you can't fault the TSSAA.
Oh no. I was raising my hand. Yeah. Call it.
Well, right. And they needed to do what they needed to do. The pitch. Oh, that hit him right in the elbow pad there. So a hit by pitch, and for the 3rd time in as many innings, Blaze have a base runner on. But my point about that is when they decided to push softball back, and like Stewart's Creek playing 3 games today, it really messed with the game times. Normally they wouldn't have played a 9 o'clock game on the 2nd day.
Right.
Pitch sails low, because we have done a morning baseball midday softball, evening baseball many times in the past. Just a little more difficult. Hot shot right up the middle, and it's going to dribble through. And the second hit of the game. And Adam Beveridge connects this time. And the Blackman Blaze have runners at first and second. He joins Austin Levan as the hit specialist.
It's be a good inning to get at least a run across. And maybe not necessarily tied, but just get that run.
Oh, I'm going for an 8-run lead. Looks like John Wedgeworth Jr. is going to run. And the first pitch to Daffy is a strike. So Wedgeworth running at first. At second is Munson. The hard way, hit by pitch. Curveball in foul territory, and it's going to fall somewhere harmlessly to my right and out of play. I know that it had to take them hours and people a lot smarter than myself to sit down and say, okay, how can we get all these softball games in? Pitch outside. One thing that I didn't know of about softball is the high school fields. They asked them to tarp their fields for those that had them, which was smart. 1-2, nubbed foul down the right side. That was a backup. And, of course, they did play the first day some of the tournament at Cedar Point in Smyrna, where they've got the 4 turf fields. And so they've got alternate plans, even going in. You have to with spring fling. Pitch high. So remarkable job to pull off 43,000 plus fans and all kinds of games going on. 2-2. Popped up right side, and it could be trouble. Nope. Farrah under it. And no room for Munson to tag up either. So
Well,
away.
I think one thing to remember is the commitment. You know, they committed, okay, we're going to have a rain out, so let's study it and then let everybody know what's going on. And really hadn't been a problem.
No. I don't think you look back at that decision and say, well, maybe we should have. I think it's been just fine.
Could ruin a pitcher if you start the game. These pitch 60 pitches.
Pushes a strike over to Austin Levan, who singled his last time up in the second.
You want it to be as fair as possible, and rain conditions and that kind of thing can create an unfairness a little bit.
Pitch on the outside corner.
I still think that man was a little bit of a problem yesterday in that first game, that early game.
Yeah,
the rubber,
Star
circle.
Place. Speaking of Stewart's Creek, they just won 8-4. So with Stewart's Creek's win over Dixon County, the two teams left over there as Coach Brad Frazier's coming out to discuss with the outfield umpire. Stewart's Creek 8, Dixon County 4. Stewart's Creek will play Green Hill. It says 11 o'clock. I bet you it's 11:15 at least. But it's on the same field that they just played on.
Well, they'll give them 30 minutes.
Yeah, I would think. And then if Stewart's Creek were to beat Green Hill in this next game, they would force a winner-take-all game, and the winner of that game is in the 4A softball championship. Pitch high. Now it's a 2-1 count. There are 2 out, but 2 on here for Blackman as they trail 2-0. That's a Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update for you. Fouled this one back.
Let's see, Eagleville girls, they only need to win one more, correct? Or
correct. And they play either Joe Burns or North Green, whoever wins that game that's going on now. I'll check the score in a second. Breaking pitch, high and inside. Oak Ridge fans sound like they like that call. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a full count with 2 on. The pitch on the way, outside, and it is the first walk of the inning and loads up the bases. Well, John, I'm going to say it anyway. You really got to take advantage of this vantage point now, don't you, if you're Blackman?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a very key out.
It's Max Wilcox.
That'd make him throw a strike, too.
Well, here's the first pitch to him. Offered at the first one, and it's a swinging miss.
Opened up with a breaking ball, I think, there.
Bases full of Blaze. The pitch way upstairs. Camden Welch has been a tad wild here in this inning. Hence John saying make him throw some. That one inside and tight. It's 2-1.
He's been up with his
Yeah.
pitches a lot. That's ever since the first inning. He's got 4 walks, also 4 strikeouts.
Feast or famine. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch outside, and good eye there, Max Wilcox. Another bad one, and it's a run in.
Well, this one's got to be right down the pipe here.
I bet the farm Wilcox doesn't swing. He doesn't. It's a ball, and there's a run in. 2-1. Munson, who got on the hard way, going to get a run scored here. Wedgeworth running for Beveridge, now at third. LeBan at second, and that's going to bring out some conversation on the mound here, and gives us the time to remind you about our friends at Ideas Tees. Ideas Tees, the place, capital T-H-E, the place for, get this, school spirit wear in specialty items and screen printing, embroidery, whatever you can think of. If you want your logo on it, they can do it. Screen printing and embroidery, they got a fast turnaround too. And the other thing that they're the place for, Blue Raider merchandise. Tees, polos, hats, wall art. I mean, they've got some great items over there. Now, where is over there? Because for 20 years, they were on Ridgely Road. But now, in their brand new home at 111 East MTCS Road, that's right across from Middle Tennessee Christian School's campus. So it's right behind the Regions Bank over there in that little strip area. If you remember where Tags used to be back in the day until they moved, well, they're in that same little strip there. Ideas Tees, 111 East MTCS Road.
Behind that golf shop over there, I think.
Yep. Worked with them for 30 years or so. Brock Wells, fine folks, do a lot for our community here, and our schools too. Jonah Brown, big batter here for both teams. The first pitch is low to Jonah. Same situation as when Austin LeBan was up. I'm sorry, Max Wilcox was up. It works for LeBan too. Got a strike down across, and now a throw down to first, and Wilcox is back. Back-to-back walks. Blackman has a single in here as well and a hit batter. They've got 1 run in. Let's get greedy. Strike on the outer half. So now he's suddenly found the strike zone again, and Camden Welch a strike away from limiting the damage to just 1 run. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And the inning over. 5th strikeout. With 5 walks so far for Mr. Welch, but only gave up 1 run on 1 hit. There were 2 walks, a hit batter, and 3 big Blackman Blaze left. Well, your new score is Oak Ridge 2, Blackman 1, headed to the 4th inning here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-22
890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're talking with Anne-Marie Brents at Rick's Barbecue, carrying on the Lanning family tradition.
I'm passionate about it, and I have a lot of my dad in me, so I know that I have the same energy and mindset that he does.
It's the best barbecue you'll eat. The smoked chicken out of this world and those loaded baked potatoes.
That's the biggest potato you can get. They're right at 2 pounds. People ask us that all the time. They're like, where do y'all get those potatoes from?
A quick meal feeding the whole family or catering, they can do it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
The game today brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, Parks Auction, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive. John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and the Murph. Murph's got a more comfortable chair than we do.
Well, he brought his. I don't see how it's still. There's
courtesy. It's from somebody.
Oh yeah. And
has
top of the
Murph
fourth.
Ever bought anything in his life?
No. Camden Welch. He says that it's from somebody. I think.
I know he's got a car, and I know somebody probably gave it to him, donated it to him.
Inside and low for a ball. 2-0 to Camden Welch. Peyton Witter and Richie Farah due up here for Oak Ridge. Pitch fouled at the plate. He said someone gave it to him. I bet someone left it at Riverdale when he was helping to clean up baseball one day and just threw it in the trunk of the car.
And he asked Limbaugh, and David said, oh, yeah, go ahead.
And he's had it 20 years. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bolding kicks and fires. He offered at it. Going to have to throw him out on the strikeout. And Beveridge to Laban. And that retires Welch. Always good to get the first batter of the inning. 4 strikeouts now for Bolding. John, it looks like Joe Burns will be the next next team to play the Eagleville softball team. They are about to beat North Green 9-0. Pitch skips in to Witter.
The Eagles already beaten Joe Burns, I think, haven't they?
They have. Joe Burns would have to beat them twice to deny Eagleville a trip to the Single A championship game. Hot shot past the third baseman, Cologne. Pretty deep in the hole, but the shortstop, Cunningham, gets it and throws him out at first. I did not think he had a prayer, but Cunningham flashing the leather out there.
Hit hard is the first baseman, not fleet of foot as some others. A really nice play by Cunningham. The throw was right on the money.
Boy, was it not? It had to be. Strike on the first pitch to Richie Farah. He struck out in the first or second.
Good to have an easy inning here for Bolding.
Yep. Get the offense back out there. Fouled back. He is working on 73 pitches.
I hate we're missing the Siegel game. I'm sure Coach Revis wants us there for luck.
Pitch outside.
We've been so lucky for him in the past.
Well, we were last night.
Don't you think? Don't you think he's thinking that?
He's not even thinking at all. Swing and offered at it, but they're going to throw him out over at first, and another strike him out, throw him out. And John wanted an easy Mac Bolding inning and got it here. Strikeout, a grounder to short, and a great play by Cunningham, and another strikeout, and that ends the Oak Ridge fourth. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth, and maybe the Blaze can tie it or take a lead here before we hand it over to John. It's 2-1 Oak Ridge, State Farm Prep Sports.
Each team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-895-2700, and I can save you time and money.
It's not just a home or a car. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack. We see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Give me a call at 615-900-0877 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County.
For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack.
It's Brian and John here with you today. So glad that you are joining in.
And Murph's here.
Yeah, he gets free mentions on the radio now, I guess.
Well, I mean,
just kidding.
I consider Murph a friend.
Mitchell Cunningham going to lead it off here. 9, 1, and 2 due up here for the Blaze. And the first pitch is a ball from Camden Welch.
How many cheeseburgers has he brought up to you?
Quite a few.
At Riverdale, yeah, remember that.
Pitch outside.
With mustard, ketchup, and...
No, I don't like mustard.
Mayonnaise.
Strike on the outer half and the 1-1. Above the belt. 2-1. Two balls and one strike. Popped him up in the infield. It's going to be Witter under it. No, called off by Reniger. One away. Pop up to the second baseman. Well, his first words to me were, "Hey, Gramps."
Well, what's wrong with that?
It just,
you are one.
Takes a little getting used to now.
So have they got you a name yet? What they're going to call you? Nope.
Foul down the first base or third base side by Adamson.
Let me think. Bo Diddley.
No, I'm kind of rooting for Pop, but
Pop.
We'll see. Walk and a strikeout for Mr. Adamson.
Maybe Pop-Tart. You like Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. I would have to be called Grape Pop-Tart, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the others. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside.
I can only find them in Alabama.
I haven't looked in a while. My daughter has kind of pegged me on that 2-1 upstairs. If I find something I like, I buy like a bunch of them, and then I wear myself out on them.
True.
It's the Dots barbecue pretzels that I've had 3 bags of, and I'm thinking I haven't gone back to them in a minute. Pitch swung on, popped up right side. Farah under it. He's drifting back and even further back and makes the grab. That carried a little bit further than Farah really thought, I think. So it's a fly ball out to right field and 2 away for Kenny Cologne of the Kenny Cologne Fragrance Organization.
How many more days of this do we have? Well, let me put it this way. How many more days of this do I have?
Pitch in for a strike. Nothing in 1. Welch shaking off a pitch. And now time called. You know what, John? As crummy as the weather was on that first day, it's been great yesterday and today, and you just it's a crapshoot with spring fling. You never know. But this is perfect. Temperature's not too hot. You can get out and enjoy. Nothing in 1. Outside.
He is up to 84 pitches now. I don't know how much longer he'll be able to go.
Yep, I bet they want to try to get him through this inning. For sure. Pitch outside again. And he's a little frustrated. He's had some times where he's been dialed in and then kind of loses it. 2-1. Came inside with that one and jammed him up.
It's costed him probably an inning or 2 of staying out there because that's upped his pitch count quite a bit. What is it, 4 walks?
5, I think. unless I counted wrong.
Got 5 strikeouts. Yeah, you're right. Got 5.
And a hit batter, too. Swung on, fly ball, right field. Farah going back once again and makes the grab. So the Blaze put the pipe on it, but a pop out to second and 2 fly ball outs to right field is going to end the 4th inning. Well, as we go to the 5th, John's going to take over and help the Blaze get a couple of runs here and win this game, hopefully. It's 2-1 Oak Ridge right now, going to the 5th on State Farm Prep Sports.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
People love to see us on the schedule when they have a home game because our fans show up.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
The way we travel is just phenomenal. Our parents and our community are fully engaged in our school. When we compete, we're trying to do it in a way that honors God. We want to win. We also want to do it in a way that pleases Him.
Providing Christian values and academic excellence in a nurturing environment. That's Middle Tennessee Christian School. Invest in the future of your child. Find out more at mtcscougars.org. Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Well, today's game brought to you in part by JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall, Last Cass's Feed Supply. John's going to take over, and I'm going to be here to give great color commentary, John, so you take it away, sir.
Why don't you go get a hamburger? There's a swing and a foul back. Mac Boulding only 57 pitches, so he's in really good shape as he faces Noah Wood here in the top half of the 5th.
You just told me to go take a hike.
I did.
Gosh.
Swing, and there's a foul ball foul down the right field line, 0-2.
Fine.
Well, I mean, you've been so good the first 4 innings. I mean, with those little witty little things you said outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It used to be we'd have spring fling, and I was with you every day for like 8 hours a day, and I could just get away. Not anymore. There's a morning show.
You're welcome.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
No one has ever complained more of Brian as a bad thing.
There's the ball outside, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Don't need to give him any runs for sure. Don't want that leadoff batter on. It's Wood, Stevens, and Reniger, the first 3 here in the 5th. The wind by Boulding and the pitch. Swung on, pop foul, back out of play. Hanging tough. You remember that song, Hanging Tough?
Yeah, it was the Beach Boys, right?
No.
It was one of the boy bands.
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
3-2, and that's in the dirt, and he walked it.
Well, that's one thing that Mac has not really struggled with thus far, but he has walked a person the last 2 innings.
And here's Cy Stevens, the designated hitter. Walked and scored back in the 2nd or the 3rd and gave him that 2-1 lead. Runner at first, nobody out. Wood at first, not going. There's a swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1.
He's disgusted at himself for even thinking about it.
Boulding really has just had 1 bad inning. The other 3 innings, he's got them 3 up, 3 down. The pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
John, in the single A softball tournament, it is indeed Joe Burns that faces Eagleville coming up here any minute now, I guess. And if Eagleville wins, they're in the championship game. On the other side, it's Gordonsville and Hollow Rock Brewston.
Who? Brewston? What?
Hollow Rock Brewston.
Where is that?
Just past the Hollow Rock, close to Brewston.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Glad you asked now.
I don't even know why I'm talking to you, really. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woods got the lead down at first. It's a 2-1 game. Oak Ridge in front. The Wildcats. How many hits have they had? One?
That's it.
Unbelievable. Three balls, 2 strikes as he takes another ball. So he had him 0-2. Now it's 3-2.
John Hollow Rock Brewston is in Carroll County in the metropolis of Brewston, Tennessee.
Need to go visit there sometime.
Been in the state tournament the last 3 years.
3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That was a big out. Strikeout number 6 for Boulding.
See, I can be useful.
And here is Reniger. You know, and people really think you're like knowledgeable, but it's really the computer. It's Google.
Well, I have to know how to use it.
Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch settles in there for a strike, 0-1. Reniger struck out his last time up. 1 out, runner at first. Here in the 5th. The pitch, low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Double play right here would be nice. Reniger checks back in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw over, and he's back.
John, over in the 4A tournament, I know we've kept you updated on Stewart's Creek, and they're playing Green Hill coming up next and have to play them and win to play for a winner-take-all spot. But on the other side, it's Walker Valley and Page.
Pitch is high. Well, we're certainly hope Stewart's Creek wins, where we'll have a game to do at 2 o'clock.
Yep. Now, let me tell you about Walker Valley. Walker Valley, it took everything they had to end Oakland season, walk-off, 1-0 win, and here they are, a win away from the state championship game.
Low, he's gone 3-1 now to Reniger. Top of the order due up next.
That really tells you that, I mean, Oakland had a great season, and Charlotte's got a young team. Looking forward to seeing them play.
3-1 pitch is bounced and cut off by Cunningham, and everybody's safe. That was a great play, though. That's a base hit. That was headed for the hole, and Cunningham cut it off, but couldn't get the throw to second in time.
Well, John, I think Wood would have definitely been at least at third if he doesn't stop that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you're right. Here's the top of the order now. Warren East, who's grounded to third and doubled and driven in one of the runs. The wind in the pitch. Bunts it foul.
You're listening to WGNS Murfreesboro Smyrna Spring Fling coverage. Spring Fling HQ will start up around noon, and we'll get to that after our game here. And then, fingers crossed, the 2 p.m. Stewart's Creek Green Hill game.
Boulding from the stretch, the pitch. Swung on, lined into right field, a base hit. Are they going to send him? No, they're going to hold him as they get it in quickly. Good play out there by Jonah Brown. And now the bases are loaded. It's crunch time here at Oakland High School. The Blaze facing some big problems here. Free is the batter.
And unfortunately, we're here at the top of the order, and East just gone 2 for 2, and Brad Frazier knows how critical it is too. He is on his way out to the mound, and at 76 pitches, I'm not sure if this is going to be a call to the bullpen or just to let him know where things are.
Well, I'm thinking they're going to leave him in here, but I don't know.
I would think this is mound visit number 1, just to decide how to play it here. Unfortunately, it's bases loaded and just an out. So, and Blackman trailing by a run already. You don't want to dig the hole any deeper here if you can.
Well, you've got Free, who's the number 2 hitter, and usually the number 2 hitters even though he's a catcher, he can usually run in that number 2 spot. So Wood is at third. He walked. There was a strikeout. Then Reniger singled, and then a single by East.
An update in Class 4A baseball in the Siegel bracket. It's Independence leading 3-1, bottom of the 4th, over Rossview. The winner of that game will move on and will face the loser of Farragut-Siegel, and that's a 12:30 game over at Siegel. And if you win, well, if you lose the 12:30, you play at 5 today.
Bolden's first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 to Parker Free, who's grounded to third and grounded to second, but he did drive in a run with that ground out. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes the other way again. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and what does he do? He lines it foul down the third base line. 0-2. So Bolden out in front here.
Blackman will have to win this game to force, or not force, to continue on and play at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
First and third will be going home here if it's a ground ball to him. And time has been called. Parker feeling a little bit pressure, takes a deep breath, now steps back in there. Bolden with an 0-2 count. The pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to get him to chase that outside corner just a little bit too far outside for him to go for it. Bolden's ready, now the pitch. Swung on, fouled at the plate.
And this is really taking Bolden's pitch count up.
Yeah, you're maybe looking at his last inning now if he can't get out of this.
And there is some soft tossing down in the Blackman bullpen too.
Bolden from the stretch. It's a 1-2 count, the pitch. Swing, just got a piece of it to stay alive. The more pitches he sees, the better it is for the batter. It's usually the case. Bolden back on the rubber. Beveridge with the sign. There's one out, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, high chopper. It's going to be trouble. They're going to go to first for the play. He's safe, a run scores. Single and an RBI. And it's 3-1. I knew it was trouble when he had that high chop in it, Brian. That was a kiss of death.
Took a little extra longer to get to Cunningham.
Yeah, he had to wait for it to come down, and by the time he did, Free had beat it out. And I told you he could run. They do have a runner for him, I believe.
Did you happen to see a number?
17.
Okay. That would be Andy Hudson.
Here's Teasley. 3-1. 3 hits in the inning.
Well, and it's not any better, John. You've got the bases still loaded and only 1 out.
So Bolden in a mess, trying to get out of it. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Now, they boo a little bit there, but that ball was across the plate for a strike, and then it drops out. The bottom drops out of it. 0-1 to count to Teasley, who has flied out and popped up to short. He's 0 for 2 today. And the pitch. Another breaking pitch. This one's outside, and it's 1-1. He's up to 84 pitches now.
Well, John, I don't know. Being a home plate umpire is tough sledding right now these days.
Being an umpire is tough sledding, really. 1-1 pitch. That was under dirt. That's 2-1.
Nobody hears it in a baseball game, though, like the home plate
Nope,
umpire.
Nope, and they're right on top of you, too.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike to Teasley. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back, or fouled down the line anyway, into the bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 runs. They have now 4 hits on the day. We're in the top of the 5th. Pitch. There's a base hit down the left field line. Right over the third base bag. 1 run in, 2 runs in. If you're going to hold them there, it's 5-1. That's a double and 2 RBIs for Teasley. That is exactly what we didn't want. Vinegar scores and he scores.
Unfortunately, still just 1 out, so got to stop the bleeding here, Blaze.
I might have to have new glasses. Is that 5-1? Yes.
Yes.
Thought I had it right. The pitch. That's high on the curveball, 1-0, and Bolding asked where does it need to be? Runners are at second and third now.
Eagleville and Joe Burns underway now over at Starplex is where they're playing now in softball.
Here's the pitch, fastball in the inside corner. It's 1-1 to Camden Welch, who struck out twice.
You remember we were talking about Welch, and he had several more pitches. John, well, now Bolding's caught up with him after this long inning.
Pitch, there's a high chop to short. Cunningham goes to first, run scores. It's 6-1. So give Welch the RBI. All he did was make contact, which is so important. Goes 6-3 on the put out. 2 out. Teasley goes to third. Four runs in on this inning. And now here comes Coach Frazier.
Yeah, they're trying to clean the bases up here too. But
and he's at 90 pitches, so I'm pretty sure they're going to make a change here. Bolden pitched well, but he had trouble here in the 5th.
Little conversation going on, but both the pitchers in the bullpen are just waiting. I think they're giving him just another moment or two, and there's the sign.
6-1 is our score. We're going to take a brief timeout, and we'll find out who the new pitcher is for Blackman. It's Oak Ridge 6, Blackman 1 here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Connor McCann, your new pitcher here for the Blackman Blaze. About to get ready to throw a few warm-ups here. Our coverage today, spring fling coverage of State Farm Prep Baseball now, some softball already and later. Brought to you in part by good neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, located on North Thompson Lane near Medical Center Parkway. That's State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, 895-2700. Score update here, 6-1 on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Oak Ridge up over Blackman in this one, and we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. From softball, Joe Burns is battling Eagleville. Eagleville has already beaten them 13-1 yesterday. And Joe Burns would have to win twice to keep Eagleville from playing Friday at 3 o'clock in the championship game. Stewart's Creek is battling Green Hill, and after the 15-12 loss to Green Hill on yesterday, Stewart's Creek has battled back, beating Farragut 15-5, and this morning Dixon County 8-4. They have to win 2 against Green Hill to get back to the championship game. On the other side, it's Walker Valley and Page. Siegel baseball playing Farragut at 12:30, and Eagleville baseball will be in action at Eagleville at 12:30 as well. Both of those teams a win away from making it to the bracket championship game tomorrow.
And we've got 2 out, a runner at third, and Connor McCann is the new pitcher for Blackman. And the first pitch is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. That was inside, 2 balls, no strikes. That's Witter, I believe, the batter, is that not?
Yes, I think so.
He's grounded out twice, 0 for 2. Pitch, grounder to third. Cologne took a bad hop and made a great play out of it, and a good play on the other end. A save over there by LeBan. And that's the inning, but they get 4 runs on 4 hits. There was a walk in there, and they strand 1. We've completed 4 1/2, going to the bottom of the 5th, and Blackman finds himself trailing 6-1 here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
Hey, it's Brian. I want to tell you about my bank, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. You know, in a world that's changing, replacing local with global, personal contact with a screen, and human expertise with AI, I'm happy that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is here in Murfreesboro with real experts that will show up to get the job done. 2 locations on Gateway and Memorial Boulevards.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thank you, Andy. And today's game on 101.9, 100.5, WGNS, wgnsradio.com, and audio only on Big G TV, brought to you in part by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, our buddies Jeff and Kyle Bowen, they'll get it done, and they get it done right. If you want a car that looks like brand new, well, they can take care of it on Middle Tennessee Boulevard, Bowen's Body Shop.
Andrew Munson's going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th. Blackman finds himself trailing now 6-1. So I can't think of 3 better hitters, Munson, Beveridge, and Norman, to get things going here. And it looks like Welch is still on. I'm sure he's hoping for a quick inning. The wind and the pitch. Swung on, gets the first pitch to fly out to center field and caught out there by East, and there's 1 away. First pitch, 1 out. That brings up Beveridge, who's grounded to second and singled. Blackman got their lone run in the 3rd. That's all they've been able to muster. But I'm telling you, Welch has 5 walks in the game. He's had runners on in just about every inning but the last one. Here's the pitch. Swung on, blind into left, the base hit. So 2 for 3 now for Beveridge. Good day for him. And there's a runner at first and 1 out. And here's Norman. Norman struck out and he is flied out. He's 0 for 2. I don't know if you can wind up bunting now. I think you're going to be swinging away. Down by 5.
John, not a great start in that Green Hill Creek game. They get 2. Green Hill does, and they got a runner at third with 2 outs, trailing 2-0 Stewart's Creek.
Swinging a foul. Oh, that doesn't matter. They'll score 45 runs.
Yeah. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. That's at McKnight Field number 3.
Ball goes out. Ball goes over the fence there like it does at Starplex.
Eagleville is playing on Starplex Field 2, by the way, if you're listening and want to head to a game.
Pitches a curveball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't know how long Welch will go here. I'm thinking 100 will be the limit, but
bet they'd like to get him through this inning if possible.
Pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, they've stayed patient with him, John. I mean, he's walked 5, but I think if he has another losing the plate a little bit, might be it.
3-1 here to Norman. Runner at first. Takes a look at that runner. 3-1 pitch. And it's outside. 6th walk of the game. There aren't many pitchers that can survive 6 walks and live to tell it. So far he has. Runners at first and second. He does have a 6-1 lead, however.
Well, and what Blackman's doing here is however you can. Single them to death, walks, hit batters. You'll take base runners any way possible. Down 5 runs.
Pitches a ball low, 1-0. I think I heard Kevin Wright call Austin Laban. So we'll go with that. The pitch. There's a strike, and it's 1-1.
Some names get stuck in your head, and
yeah, it's hard to get them out.
Confuse yourself. I know I do.
2 on, 1 out. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play. Laban's made a couple of good plays down at first today. Blackman got to get some runs here.
Creek does get out of the inning without with only giving up 2 runs.
One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh. Laban lives to see another pitch. Wow. I even thought that was a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Same spot, he fouls it back. Laban hanging tough. Wilcox would be next. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Caught by the third baseman. Throw to first. Safe. So Laban lines out to third. 2 away, and here's Wilcox.
Boy, that was almost a devastating double play. I don't know how Teasley.
Well, one thing I know for sure, after Camden Welch's game today, he's through for the tournament.
Yep.
So might as well get as much out of him as you can. Breaking pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, he will eventually get to the point of no return, but he's not close to that yet.
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Throw down to second. He's out.
Ouch.
That hurt. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, 2 left, or 1 left after the caught stealing or the pickoff. And we played 5. It's Oak Ridge 6. Blackman 1 here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Coverage here on WGNS Radio 101.9, 100.5, WGNSradio.com, and audio streaming at Big G TV. Brought to you, in part, by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Bowen's Body Shop, and State Farm Agent Dana Womack. You'll find Dana's offices at 805 South Church Street. That's near Farm Credit and the post office over on South Church. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from the radio station. Dana Womack, 900-0877.
Connor McCann's job is simple. No runs the rest of the way. And Herrera is the batter, and he grounds it to first. They're going to flip it to McCann, who's right there doing his job, and there's one out here in the sixth. It goes 3-1 on the putout. And here's Noah Wood, hit by a pitch and walked, so he hasn't had an official at bat. But he scored 2 runs.
Yeah. Baseball scoring is a weird thing.
It takes years and years to perfect it. McCann from the windup, the pitch, curveball into the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes.
And you know, there are some things that are interpretive too. Certain plays that can be interpreted different ways depending on who's the official scorer.
The 1-0, breaking pitch outside again, 2-0.
Like, is it a hit or is it an error, or, I mean, all kinds of different things.
Whether it's fair or foul.
Yep. Earned, unearned.
Ball or strike,
yeah,
for that matter.
True.
2-0 pitch, again to first. He's going to run it to first this time. That's Laban and or Laban, excuse me, and he runs it and makes the out.
Even said, Connor, I got this.
So 2 quick outs. Here's Cy Stevens, who's walked and scored and struck out. They exploded in the 5th, where they got 4 runs in that 5th inning. Otherwise, we'd have a close game. The wind and the pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes.
John, Independence is leading Rossview 3-1, and if that holds up, that will leave over on the Siegel side of this bracket Siegel, Farragut, and Independence.
Here's the wind, McCann's pitch. Swung on, fouled away, out of play. Count even at a ball and a strike. 6-1, Oak Ridge. The news is not good here from Oakland High School. Blackman trails by 5.
The next game coming up here on this field, by the way, is Green Hill and Clarksville.
Breaking pitch in there, Butte. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And if this doesn't change, the team still left over on this side will be Green Hill, Clarksville, and Oak Ridge.
And now time is called as Stevens steps out. Stevens walked, scored, and he struck out. He's 0 for 1. And here's McCann's pitch. That one a little too far outside. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful day here at Oakland, and you just couldn't ask for a better day, quite honestly. Scattered clouds. Wind hasn't really been an issue. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
And the inning is over. A very impressive inning by McCann. And that's your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 5.5, going to the bottom of the 6th. We need some runs. It's Blackman trailing 6-1 to Oak Ridge.
Pizza. You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
We fulfill all your tax preparation needs from individual returns to corporations and handle any of those scary letters you may get from the IRS.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update in softball. Stewart's Creek has now tied the game 2-2. There's been a Green Hill pitching change. There is just one out in the inning and bases loaded full of Lady Redhawks. Update from McKnight Field 3.
And the wind in the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Camden Welch still on the mound. He's at 103 pitches.
That, by the way, was a Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update.
Pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Welch is just kind of humming along now.
It's amazing what a 5-run lead will do for you.
There's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wilcox was up when they caught the runner off at first. So he's back, or caught him off at second. And here's the 2-1 pitch is a strike call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilcox, Brown, and Cunningham. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Hadn't had one in a while, but that's his 6th.
Yeah, the first since the 3rd inning.
And brings up Jonah Brown. Welch is kind of in a rhythm right now. He's just rearing back and throwing it. Now he steps off the rubber.
I also have that as 7. 1, 2.
You probably have it right.
6.
I quit looking after all your jokes.
Oh.
I quit kind of paying attention.
You didn't like them?
5. I don't see.
You have 6.
I just have 6. But I may be wrong. 0-1 to count. He's throwing some strikes in there right now. Speaking of. That one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonah Brown's walked and he is struck out. Outside, 2-1. It's been feast or famine for Camden Welch. Strikeouts and walks are about the same. But he's got a 6-1 lead in the bottom of the 6th. That one's outside again. 3 balls and 1 strike. He keeps telling him where he's missing. 3-1. That's high. He walked him. So a strikeout and now a walk. I have 7 for him for walks.
We agree there. You have 3 strikeouts.
Oh,
in
I
the second.
see. You're right, I think. Yeah. I wrote down 3rd strikeout twice. So he does have 7. 7 apiece. When I don't have to keep the official stats at the game, I get kind of carefree.
I understand.
1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, I have to do that, don't I?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
The pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 balls, no strikes. Excuse me. That was first one was a ball as well. Runner at first, 1 out. 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Blackman trying to get on any way they possibly can. They're down 6-1 here in the 6th. High. 3 balls and a strike.
From the stretch is Welch. Here's the 3-1. Strike called, full count. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, bouncer foul.
Eagleville and Joe Burns, John, top of the second, scoreless. And then the other side of that bracket, Hollow Rock Brewston leads Gordonsville 4-0.
A little bit of surprise there.
Yeah.
Strike 3 called. That's 7 strikeouts, 7 walks. I don't know that I've ever seen that kind of stat before. And I believe they're coming to get him.
Yeah, that's 119 pitches, John. So
and you can tell he's exhausted.
Well, he's getting a round of applause, man.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He got everything he could get out of him.
He's only got one more pitch, John, so, I mean, 120 is your limit.
And we're going to have a pitching change, and we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back. It's 6-1. Oak Ridge over Blackman here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
You've seen the ads out there, companies wanting to buy your home. But why sell yourself short when you can get fair market value? I'm Lisa Patton. If you have an estate to settle or a home to sell, call Parks Auction. We'll work with you to sell your home or property in any condition with no costly repairs on your timeline. Why accept one offer when you can have multiple? You need Parks Auction. We look out for your best interest. Call Parks Auction today. We handle everything.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Today's game brought to you in part by Sir Pizza, Winners Trophies, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, and the Ideas Tees call to the bullpen has been made by Oak Ridge, and your new pitcher is number 16, Isaiah Wilson. Wilson is a freshman.
Well, his job is to get 4 more outs. Line on Welch, 5 2/3, 1 run.
Yep.
I have 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks, and I hit batter.
Add 1 more strikeout.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the last one, right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you're on top of things. 1 ball, no strikes.
Made that pitching line, and 119 pitches thrown today.
2 out, runner at first for Blackman. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Kind of a tough situation to put a freshman in, but there he is. 2-0 pitch. Strike called, 2-1.
Congratulations to Rich LaLance as he continues on. Siegel boys tennis winner over Reese Russell, 2-0 out of Anderson County today.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one dropped down low, and he's falling behind 3 balls and a strike. Well, get him on, then crank one. We're back in it. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play.
So, again, baseball championships on Saturday, 11 o'clock. All 4 of them. Single A at MTCS, 2A at Riverdale, 3A at Siegel, 4A here at Oakland on Saturday at 11 o'clock.
You'll be doing the game on Saturday. Well, just depends on who's there, right? Swung on, fly ball, pretty well hit, but he's out as the left fielder Fagan gets over there. Boy, that had hope, but it fails out just short of the track, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left. We've played 6. It's Oak Ridge 6, Blackman 1 here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
If you're a homeowner with a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply focuses on premium feeds and dog foods you won't find in the box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, inviting you to stop by, visit, and enjoy the country.
Customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Las Casas Feed is also your place for local milk from the MTSU Dairy on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and set your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-873-1700.
Renters, when you combine State Farm auto and renter's insurance, you save an average of $642. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I'm ready to help you combine auto and renter's insurance and save. Call me at 615-459-2683.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thanks, Mr. Reeves. And we want to thank the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, along with Prentice Allsup Heating and Air for bringing you today's game. Spring Fling coverage, Spring Fling 32. We're here at Oakland. Blackman trailing here 6-1. And John, have got only 3 more outs to work with and can't allow any more.
Matt Reniger going to lead it off here in the top half of the 7th. Blackman gets one more chance. McCann in his second inning of work, and the wind in the first pitch to him is a strike called 0-1. McCann had a very easy 6th inning. And the pitch. Curve in there, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. McCann winds and fires. Swung on, a grounder to second. Adamson up with it, throw to first, and got him by a step. And it's 1 away here in the 7th. That brings up East, Warren East, who's been the killer today. 2 for 3. An RBI, scored a run. They'll go back to the 5th inning, going to haunt Blackman if they don't come back. Pitches down low, 1 ball, no strikes. 4 big runs in that inning. And the wind and the pitch. Swung on. Foul ball, still in play? No, it's out of play, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
John, Stewart's Creek holds Green Hill to just 1 run scored in the 2nd inning. Got double play ball, but they trail by a run now, 3-2.
Swing and a miss. Well, they haven't batted yet.
Yeah. Going to the bottom of the 2nd.
Updates really don't matter in that game. I think you just wait to the end. It's like they're carbon copies of each other.
Yeah, they really are.
Pitches a ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the top half of the 7th. Wind in the pitch. There's a fly ball to center field, and Daffy's just going to stand there and make the catch for out number 2. Didn't have to move. And it brings up Parker Free. He is 1 for 3. He grounded out to third, had an RBI with a grounder to second, and hit a base hit to drive in a 2nd run. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Boy, McCann is moving. I'm telling you, he's had no problem so far. The wind and the pitch. Swung on. There's a base hit up the middle. 2nd hit for Free. So a 2-out single. I guess I jinxed him there. Mikey Teasley, the batter, flied out, popped up, and doubled. That was the big one. The 2 RBIs in that 5th inning. And here he is batting in the 7th with a runner at first. There are 2 out.
That breeze is really, I wouldn't call it a gusty wind. I think it's just a nice breeze that blows. It just when you're getting warm, it kind of cools you off a little bit. The pitch. Breaking pitch sails outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
John Teasley really had what may wind up being the death blow.
Yep.
In the 5th. Drove in runs 5 and 6.
The pitch. Ball down low, the throw as the runner was going, and it's dropped, and it's a stolen base. So Oak Ridge evidently would like to have another run or two here. And it's a 2-0 count to Mikey Teasley. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounder to short. Cunningham going to have to make a long throw, and does, and the inning is over. Nice play by Cunningham, who's been there all day long. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 7th. We got to have 5 runs at least, Blackman, as you trail it 6-1 to Oak Ridge. If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'd like to help. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Andy Womack, located at 1535 West Northfield Boulevard, near the Ford dealer. That's State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850. Blackman down to their last 3 outs. They trail 6-1 here in the 7th. And they are going to send up, let's see, it'll be Cologne.
Well, at least you've got the part of the order here, John, that just needs to try to get on somehow, some way.
Cologne will bat from the left side as the right-hander's on the mound now. He's a switch hitter. Pitches the ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, if you're Blackman, this is who you want up there, right?
Well, he's made good contact today, and he's walked. The pitch into the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. A walk will be nice. I think Blackman will take just about anything at this point. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, and a chopper foul. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Cologne, Munson, and Beveridge, the 2-3-4 hitters. Try to get something going here in the 7th. The pitch. Swung on. There's a chopper to first, and an easy play. Boy, that hop came right up over to Witter, and he just stepped on the bag. 1 out in the 7th. And here's Munson, who struck out, been hit by a pitch, and flied out to center. He is 0 for 2, excuse me. Isaiah Wilson in relief of Camden Welch in the pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. Due to time constraints, we'll keep it here for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. The 1-0, that's inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, he got behind Cologne and was able to come back. Maybe Munson can do something with him. A 2-0 count to him. Here's the 2-0. Strike called on the inside corner, 2-1. Wilson's pitch. There's another one, 2-2. At this point, when you're up by 5, Brian, all you have to do is just throw strikes.
Yeah.
Let them beat you. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, bouncer to first. Witter again. That one almost knocked him down, but he hangs on to it. And there's 2 away. Oak Ridge fixing to advance. And the last hope for the Blaze is Adam Beveridge. He's grounded out and singled twice. He's 2 for 3.
Well, you have to say that the freshman here, John, has done his part.
Calm, cool, and collected, isn't he?
Yeah.
The pitch. Fly ball. Center field, pretty well hit. It's up against the wall. And Beveridge going to have to get on his horse, and he's there for a double. So a 3 for 4 day for Adam Beveridge. And we're still alive, Brian.
Well, you can do a lot with 2 outs. They're going to have to do a lot.
Here's Daffy Norman, 0 for 2 with a walk. We're going to get a runner.
That is Spencer Dobratz, senior, John.
So Wilson gives up a 2-out double. And the first pitch to Norman is a ball outside, 1-0.
First hit he's given up, and 4 batters faced.
And the wind in the pitch. Swung on, popped up, shallow right, but it's going to be foul and out of play. Actually, it's pretty deep, actually. And the count even at a ball and a strike. Winner advances, loser goes home in this one.
Stewart's Creek trailing 4-2, going to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Swing and a miss. Went after a high one, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Isaiah Wilson needs 1 more out for Oak Ridge to move on. The 1-2 pitch outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Working from the stretch is Wilson. The pitch, high, and it's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He tried for a strikeout right there, I believe, and went upstairs with it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swung on, popped foul. Daffy's in a tough situation. He's got to protect the plate. Checks the runner, Wilson does, and the 3-2. That one nowhere near. It's a walk. And runners at first and second. And he pointed to the bullpen. I think they're going to make 1 more move here. 2 out, runners at first and second. And that's going to be it for Isaiah Wilson as another call to the bullpen. The Ideas Tees call to the bullpen. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
Looking for the best Blue Raider gear in town? Raider Tees has you covered. From stylish apparel and hats to unique MT-themed gifts and accessories, we've got everything a true Blue Raider fan needs. Whether you're headed to the game, shopping for a fellow fan, or just want to show off your Middle Tennessee pride, Raider Tees is the go-to spot. Stop by 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS, and check out our unbeatable selection. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game brought to you in part by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, taking pride in getting athletes back in the game. TOA, your sports medicine provider, TOA. Live your best life. More information at TOA.com.
wgnssportsradio.com. Your new pitcher is Junior Trice Sharp.
Throws 3/4. I don't use the word submarine anymore. It's not that low, but it's 3/4 pitcher. And his job is to get one out.
Something that don't see every day.
If you do see it, it's usually in relief. It's a relief pitcher.
I guess there's the reason for it, a lot less stress on the shoulder, too, isn't
I
it?
would think. Austin Laban, the batter, walked, lined out, and singled. Oak Ridge needs one out. Blackman would like to keep it going. The pitch to him is a ball low, 1-0. Blackman trying to make it interesting here. They still trail 6-1. That last out's hard to get. The pitch low, 2-0.
Blackman not going out without a fight here.
Yep.
You know, you load the bases here. Could get really interesting.
Here's the 2-0. That one's inside, and it's 3-0. Laban will probably take this one, because right now you need runners.
Yes. Doesn't matter how you get on.
3-0 pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. Laban, his last at bat, he got robbed. Line drive to third. No pitch there. Umpire called time, or Laban called time. Good thing it was a strike. 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That walk. I think Laban even thought it might be a strike.
Well, he stood there, didn't he?
So 2 walks in an inning and a double, and the bases are loaded. And here is Max Wilcox, who struck out, walked, and struck out again. The pitch. Strike called on the inside corner, 0-1. We've got a pinch hitter here, I think.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
That is Corin Collins.
Well, Collins has got an 0-2 count to him. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's your ball game. Final score, Oak Ridge 6, Blackman 1, and that takes us to the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. Whether it's heating or cooling, Prentice Allsup services all major brands and often provides same-day service. Their team of Pro professionals is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable year-round. Call 615-890-1311 or visit PrenticeAllsup.com to schedule your service today. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, trusted comfort on West College Street. Players of the game today, Brian, and I'm going to go with Adam Beveridge. What do you think?
Yeah, he was 3 for 4 today, John. 2 singles and a double, so he was pretty sharp at the plate today. Only gotten out. He didn't reach one time in the whole game.
And Dr. Automotive, that's your player of the game. Dr. Automotive is your trusted local shop for top quality auto repair, specializing in both foreign and domestic vehicles. With ASC certified and master mechanics on staff, brothers Danny and Randy Brewer and their team are fully equipped to handle all your vehicle repair and maintenance needs. Visit them on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna or online at autorepairsmyrna.com. Tax service, Craig's Tax Service, keys to the game, and it's got to be that 4 runs to the 5th.
Yeah, 4-run 5th inning, John. And there was the walk, which started things, got the strikeout, but then 4 straight hits in a row, single, 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 double. And then even on a ground out, drove in another run. So the 5th inning just kind of put it out of reach. It was 2-1. Oak Ridge led the whole way, but 2-1's a lot different than 6-1.
That's your Craig's Tax Service keys to the game. Tax laws can be complex, so it's smart to get expert help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparations, as well as financial and bookkeeping services. Call today at 615-890-2233 or check out craigstaxservice.com. And if you've missed part of the game, You can head to wgnssports.com and click on the Sir Pizza podcast button to listen, watch, or download. You can also check the archives for past games. Don't forget, you can order your favorite pizza online. Visit sirpizzatn.com for carryout or delivery, and better yet, download their app to start earning reward points. Find Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church, and Memorial Boulevard. Final here is Oak Ridge 6, Blackman 1, and Brian's going to do a very hurried stat sheet here for this game, won by Oak Ridge.
All right, here we go with your stats. First of all, for the Wildcats of Oak Ridge, 2 for 4 for Warren East. Run scored, run driven in, had a double and a single today. Parker Free, this is the top of the order, 2 for 4, run scored, 2 driven in on 2 singles. Mikey Teasley was 1 for 4 with 2 driven in and had a big double in that 5th inning. And for their pitching staff, Camden Welch threw 119 pitches in 5 2/3 innings, gave up only 1 run, which was earned, 3 hits, struck out 8, walked 7 batters, and there was a hit batsman as well. But kind of a mixed day, but he got it done. And Wilson and Sharp combined for the last inning and a half and did not give up a run. For the Blackman Blaze offensively, Adam Beveridge 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double. It was Daffy Normant who was 0 for 2 today, but did walk twice, and 1 for 2 for Austin Laban. And he had 2 walks as well in the game. For the pitching staff, Mac Bolden went 4 2/3 innings, 6 runs, all earned on 5 hits. Struck out 6. He walked 2 batters and hit a batter. And McCann in his inning and a third, no runs, a hit, and a strikeout. So the season comes to a close for the Blackman Blaze, but John, district tournament champions, region tournament champions, sectional tournament champions get to Spring Fling for the first time since 2017, 3rd time in school history, and very proud of the Blackman Blaze and what they were able to do. Won, along with Siegel, 2 of the final 8 teams in the state of Tennessee in Class 4A. And congrats on a fine season for the Blackman Blaze.
All right, we move on. I have no idea what we're doing. Brian, you got any idea?
So it's going to take...
Scenario. Give us scenarios.
Okay, here are scenarios. Stewart's Creek win in softball. They'll play Green Hill again at 2 o'clock or so. And so that would be a possible game. Let's see. Siegel is playing Farragut now. A Siegel win. They don't play this evening. But if they don't, they would play at 5. Same scenario with Eagleville and University School of Johnson City. Eagleville wins. They're in the bracket championship. If not, they'll play at 5 o'clock. So we have either a game at 2 or a game at 5 or maybe some combination of those two. We'll just have to wait and see. And in the meantime, Chip Walters is going to have you updated on everything going on Spring Fling with Spring Fling HQ, which is underway, and we'll get to that here in just a few seconds.
All right, I guess that's going to do it for Connor back at the station, and Brian Barrett over here to my right, who was so funny today, just so funny. This is John Dinkins, and we'll see you maybe sometime this afternoon here on News Radio WGNS. Until then, so long, everybody.